Yeah, I've got the first of the Don't Bend Over sessions in the tank, waiting to be processed through the editor. But no day seems quite right without at least one of these sessions. So I'm starting another one, and I have to keep my mouth shut for about 7 minutes while I play away, because I did a voiceover that I want to add here. So just bear with me. The strategy is simple enough to follow. It's not hard at all.
Okay, then, so I'm sitting in the shade in the grounds, or precinct as they like to call it, of the gorgeous Tewkesbury Abbey, which in its oldest parts is well over 1,000 years old. And I'm mulling over what I'm going to say to folks who do me the favour of watching my latest video in the series, Don't Bend Over. And then I thought, why don't I just record something sitting right here? So that's what you're getting. This really is a glorious spot to be on a sunny spring day, or indeed any sunny day. It's just lovely. I mean, so quiet, so old, beautiful trees. It's just glorious. But anyway, that's got nothing to do with what I'm here to talk about. Don't bend over. That's a rule that it's just common sense. It's not magical, mystical, or mythical, or any of those things. It's just it's ridiculous to just sit still and keep pushing money out when, quite obviously, the shoe or the deck or whatever it happens to be, the wheel, whatever, has gone in the wrong direction for your purposes. And so the smart thing to do is to just quietly back off, either by reducing your bet considerably or by getting up and walking away. You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, and it doesn't change anything. Patterns will still be with you, but what you're looking for, of course, is a pattern that returns to what you might call normal, which is a couple of wins, 3 losses, a win, 2 losses, 3 wins, 1 loss, whatever, you know, sort of like pretty much ping pong, back and forth, ebb and flow, etc. And so what you need to do is to just say, okay, fine, you know, it's not going my way right now. I don't want to throw good money after bad. So I'm going to go into the drop zone, which is where you reduce your bet until you hit a win, your win trigger. And ideally, you shouldn't bet the drop bet shouldn't be less than a fifth of the value of the down. So if you say your down is 500, and your out is 200, then you'll drop to 100. If it's 700, 7 to 4, then you'll drop to 200. That's the way to do it. And in the drop zone, when you get your win trigger, don't take the 100 off the down. But if you win 200 or more, then do take it off the down value before you plod on. Now, the next natural step in this whole process is to say, okay, this is still not working out. This is really, really a very unfriendly shoe. So let's just say, all right, draw a line, drop down to the table minimum, and start a new series. And then, of course, obviously make a note in your head, if that's all you can do, or on a piece of paper. I used to have a little notebook that I kept in my back pocket, along with a stubby pencil that I'd stolen from whatever that silly game is. It's sort of like bingo, isn't it, in casinos, or a sports book, whatever. You know, just one of those little tiny pencils, and I'd write it down, and I'd wait till I'd got 3 or 4, sometimes even 5, and then go to a higher level casino and play them off. And this is one of the important concepts, of course, is to categorize casinos. If you're in a place like Las Vegas or State Line or Reno or whatever, and of course I spent years in Nevada, so I know what I'm talking about. You just, you put casinos into different categories and say, okay, so I'll play to a certain level here, the bronze level, and then to silver, and then to gold, and then to platinum, and then to diamond and whatever, It's just a matter of protecting yourself from prolonged downturns, because it is ridiculous what these professional losers on YouTube will do. They just keep throwing money after money after money after money, and sometimes they tilt. I watched Mr. Handpay, Jason Bulkey, just recently. Ridiculous behaviour and let me intersperse there with saying it's his money, he can do what he wants. It's his channel, he can do what he wants. But if you step back from it and look at it, it's just ridiculous behaviour, and I think even he would agree with that, where he just threw everything in. After a series of defeats, of losses, he just threw 11 grand down, and of course lost that. And I think he pushed it. He got a 20 on the first round on that, and the dealer pushed the 20. And then the next one was, I think he got 17, and the dealer beat him with a 20. But it doesn't matter. The details are completely unimportant. But what counts is that he didn't defend himself. He didn't apply any kind of brake, B-R-A-K-E, that is, on his betting his betting methodology. He just kept going, and this is what people do when they've got tons of money, and certainly more money than sense. And I think even Jason would admit that that was not his finest hour when he succumbed to that temptation. But everybody has the right to do what they want with their own money, and I'm constantly saying that. And it's the truth. Vegas Matt is a great one for doing these get even or get even worse, single, large, high value bets. Ridiculous. Casinos love that. What they want is they want you and me to behave like Vegas Matt and Mr. Handpay, Bobby Rivas, Crazy Cody, sort of all the other people who just fling money around like it's whatever crap, That's what they want, and that's what these guys all do, because I'm convinced now that that's just part of their deal with the casinos. No, we're not going to teach anybody how to play sensibly, logically, mathematically, or whatever. We're just going to play like prats the way you want your customers to do when they come in on the coaches and on their weekend trips and all the rest. And of course, Las Vegas is terrible these days, because it used to be that you'd get fleeced at the tables, not because they were crooking the games, but just because you were playing badly, stupidly, ignorantly, drunkenly, whatever. But you got a break on meals and rooms. Now that's gone. Now they catch you every way they can. So, that's that. Okay, so a very important feature in the Abbey grounds is this magnificent German copper beech. I mean, there's lots of great trees in here, but that is an absolute brilliant piece of tree. It is something else. In the Abbey website it says that it's 280 years old, but there was a tree expert who was sort of taking little bits off it one day when I was walking by, and he said, oh no, it's at least 450 years. And obviously I recognise that none of this has anything whatever to do with what this channel is all about. But I think it's good for all of us to remember that there are things outside of blackjack and baccarat and roulette and all those other silly games. So there we are.
Strategy can be any good at all, because our games are ultimately unbeatable. So if they were to take punitive action against me, they would basically be exposing their weakness, their vulnerability to a betting strategy. So I can't see that ever happening. I mean, it's ridiculous. But anyway, where are we at right now? We're at plus 2,000, plus 2,225 over here, and plus 970 over there, and we've been running for a little bit less than 9 minutes. I think that's pretty decent. So what am I going to do? Did I leave here? Geez, I can't remember. I left here in high dudgeon, didn't I? Yeah, 75. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, so 7-4. So we went over at 7-4 with a 2 drop. Now what I'm going to do is go to banker Um, wait for banker, and then do the 7-4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh dear. 11-8. 1916. So we're going to have to. I think I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to call that 3-4. I think that didn't work, did it? So 7-4 coming over here to player, but waiting. There it is. B1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 7-4 in 500s. The 500 is the increment of the unit right now. 7-4. Or should it be 11-4? No, it's 7-4. Okay. 7-4, 7-4, 7-7, so it's 4-2. So now we're going to have to call it 4-4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're getting up there, aren't we? 4-4. No, it's got to be 4. I think I'm screwing up here. I think I've messed up. I think that should have. I think now it's got to be 1-2. Yeah, that puts us straight. I think. I see this. This will happen from time to time. It's much easier, to keep track of your bets and all the rest of it when that's all you're thinking about. It's a poor excuse, maybe, but it's the best I have to offer. Well, I'm in this situation here, making these recordings. I'm looking at the clock. I'm looking at what's over on blackjack. I'm sort of concerned about things that are not a factor when you're playing, focused on the game, and just making sure that you keep everything on track and that you have everything straight in your head and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, let's go. Let's see what we've got. We've got 206 cards left here. We're 12 minutes in, and let's go back to blackjack and a minimum bet. Double for the loss. Repeat. Back to the min. Going back to the minimum is so important. Well, that would have been nice with 10,000 out there, wouldn't it? But never mind, a win is a win. We'll take it. Oh, nice up there. Well done. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Ooh. This is my personal max on a winning streak, on a win progression, as I like to call them. Oh, bugger. Now we double down on that. Maybe. Oh, look at that. Oh, God, I read that wrong. I thought, oh my God, they got 21. They haven't. Okay. What was the bet? I think that's enough to clear and go back to. There we go. I think I did that right. That was cheeky, wasn't it? Yeah, the don't bend over thing is just simply all about the, as I tried to explain in my little voiceover from the Abbey grounds, it's just about not being stupid. Stupid is a bad idea, but it is absolutely rampant across all of the YouTube gambling channels. You watch these guys. Like Vegas Matt with his get even or get even worse. Very catchy, very clever, and all the rest of it. But nobody with sort of, or let's say nobody without a Google paycheck coming in would be stupid enough to bet the way that he does. And I don't think he even realizes how stupid it is because, I mean, he behaves all the time as if he's some kind of, I don't know, kind of, whatever kind of role model. And yes, he does say every so often, don't bet like me, just, stay home, just watch. And he will say that from time to time. But then he can also say things like, no, 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 I'm not promoting gambling. I mean, how crazy is that? It's insane. I think that's a plus, but I'm not sure. Oh dear. All right. So that's 2-3 now. Oh, you bugger. 5-6 third. Oh boy, here we go. Can we do it? Yes, we can. We bumped up a bit there, didn't we? Yeah, what you have to do is just, back away, gag. If you want, I mean, you can either reduce your bet or you can just leave the table or whatever. But to do what these guys do and just keep on bloody bending over and taking it whack, 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 whack. I mean, and I didn't mean to sound like a duck there. I'm sorry. It's just nuts. It's nuts. Beyond understanding. Double for the loss. Uh-oh. Okay, now where am I at? That's got to be 2-3 again, isn't it? Just right. All right, back to the men. Oh, dear. I've got blackjack and baccarat leg sitting in my my office chair here. I just it's not good for me. Well, it's good for me because I enjoy doing it, but it's bad for me because I'm not getting enough exercise. I did have a lovely walk through the Abbey grounds today, and when I got back, my leg was fine, and now it's saying, "Take me for a walk." Another 22. I like it. Keep that up all day long. Oh dear. 51 second. Double down. Oh, bugger. Look at that. 51 seconds. So that's 3-4 third. Bust it! Yes. All right, so we're up to 4,000 here in 17 minutes, and we've got a chunk of change over here. And, what I always want to say to you folks is, if you can watch demos like this in which I keep on winning time and time and time and time again, if you can then say, "Oh, I don't know about this strategy. I'm not sure it's a good idea. No, I don't think so." Well, it's up to you. It's like in the last series, I said take it or leave it. Now what I'm concerned to do is to just show you that you don't have to put up with any shit. Just walk away. And the mathematicians will tell you that walking away doesn't make any difference at all. It's completely meaningless mathematically. It has no place in blah 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 blah. And the truth is that in the real world, back when I used to play pretty much every day, and I knew pretty much every dealer certainly in the Carson Valley and State Line, and I would walk up and I'd just say hello, how you doing, and then I'd sort of like sort of reach for some money, and they'd just smile and shake their heads, basically saying no, I have a hot streak right now. And hot streaks cannot be supported mathematically. But if you look at any of the analyses that I've put up online over the last many, many months, the Excel analysis files, you can see losing streaks that are real and winning streaks that are real. Alexa, be quiet. It's just how it is. Where am I? Alexa, shut up. God, sometimes you have to be a bit stern. Yeah, my youngest boy says I have anger management problems because of the way I talk to Alexa. You just bloody hell. Okay, so back, so that's 1-2, isn't it? I used to just repeat those. I don't do that anymore. Part of the whole strategy here is to just keep keep adding a little bit to the eventual turnaround situation. So you chuck in a few extra chips here and there and just, keep building so that when you turn around, you don't get just one unit, which is what the casinos always sort of say about martingales. They say, well, what a stupid system that is, because when you win, you just win one unit, which is utter bollocks. What you win is you get back all your prior losses plus a measly one unit. And the one unit win is, profit is not very exciting. But on the other hand, getting back all your prior losses plus a little bit in one win is pretty bloody good. The big thing is, they won't let you do it. They will hassle you, they'll mess around with you, they'll try and distract you so that you lose. They'll do all kinds of nonsense. And they're just protecting their bottom line, but their bottom line is pretty fat and sassy, thank you very much, so they don't really need to protect it. Double. Is that what it is? Yeah. Okay, so that's 51 second. 2-3 third on player. There we go. Yeah, I think I covered everything, sort of pretty extensively in my little chat from the park bench in, well, not a park bench, it was a very nice little bench actually in the Abbey grounds. I'd love to get feedback. Anybody who feels like just sort of saying, for Christ's sake, just talk about gambling. Don't bloody mess about with pictures of the Abbey and Abbey trees and all that sort of thing. But you know what? I think it's nice to break things up a bit once in a while and just say, hey, here's what real life looks like. Lost 50. All right. Real life is me losing track of what the hell I'm doing. Happens all the time. Okay, repeat that one. And back to the min. God, we've only done 21 minutes. 51. Repeat that. Back to the min. Yeah, if you can look at these, repeated wins, and I promise you, I'm not cherry picking. I mean, but Baccarat Win Pro in particular won't allow me to cherry pick because it records every damn spit and cough. It's all there, What did I just do? I lost 50, so now I got to bet 100. And I got to repeat that. Is that 3-2? Let's go and play some blackjack at 3-2. Oh, that just worked. So back to the min now, isn't it? Damn, I should have bet 10,000. Yeah, these these professional losers, as I like to call them, because that's what they are. The way they bet is exactly the way the casinos want all of us to bet. Stupidly, irresponsibly, in panic mode, tilt mode, drunk mode, daft mode, any mode other than winning mode. They don't approve of people who win consistently. They definitely don't like that. I'm assuming a plus. I'm probably wrong. All right, so that's 1-2. Maybe. Yep. Yeah, this is another couple of soft shoes. I think it's fair to say. I mean, we're not getting stretched much here, are we? 51 second. Blimey. 2-3 third. 5-3 drop. Another 7 would have been nice. 6-3. Let's call that. Oh no, we're in the drop zone, aren't we? Yeah, okay, 6-3 it is. So we're betting 6-3 now. Oh dear. 9-6. It's just getting worse, isn't it? Look at that 8 on this 13. Did I say 9-6? So that's 15-12, I think, is the third. I'm not sure. 15-12. Need a really nice. Yeah, 5 might be good. Did I say 15-12? I did, didn't I? Oh, there we go. 3-4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a maybe. Uh-oh. Look at that. That's the kind of thing that really makes you puke, doesn't it? 3, 4, 7, 8. What a cheek. That was a bit cheeky. Look at that. It's a push. 7, 8. Well, 7, 8 is a turnaround, so we'll just do it again. Okay, so 15. We're going to go 15-20 for the third. So it's 3-4 in 500s. Oh, that's a tough one. Ah. Okay. 3-4. So now we're on 4-4, and I think we'll play a drop here. So 4-4 dropping in the drop zone. 5-4. Eh. This is not good, is it? Damn. Well, that worked. Okay. So 5-4 in the drop zone. We just won 3, didn't we? So that's 2-3 is the turnaround bet. 1, 2, 3. Eh? Bugger. 10 would be great. That's enough. So let's look and see where we're at. We're at 28 minutes. We've got a win of 6,312 over here and a win of 3,319 over on baccarat. Just coming up just past 28 minutes. I'm going to play off this shoe now and then call it a day, I think, because by the time I do the analysis, that'll spin it out a bit. Double for the loss. 1-2 third. 3-2 over to banker. 3-2 it is. 1-3 to cover the commission. Do it again. Oh, dear. 4-6. Oh, and suddenly I see that Vegas Matt is folding in the commission along with his bet. Must be a coincidence, because there's no way Vegas Matt watches what I do and pays any attention to what I have to say. I mean, what am I doing? Did I say 5-6? I've lost myself completely now. Is that enough? Jeepers, where was I? Eh, I'm going to take that as being a. I don't know. Did we have 4,000 over here? God, I don't remember. See, we got 27 wins, 35 losses. That's pretty shitty, isn't it? But we've got a plus of 3,804. I mean, take or leave it. All right, so that's it. We're going to call it a day on this shoe and save it and go and have a look at it. I think it's pretty good, really. And look at these. I mean, and I haven't caught up with these yet simply because, well, I've been doing things like walking in the Abbey precinct. I mean, priorities, people. All right, so we got lots more losses than wins. 27 wins into 13,100 and 36 losses into 9,350. So if you could look at something like this and then say, well, obviously it isn't possible to win more when you win than you lose when you lose, then all I can say is you're blind or dumb or I don't know, you work for the casinos. That's it. 3 choices. There we have it. Decent, I would say. Shoe 1551. Blimey, O'Reilly. Can't remember what the last one was. I've got this huge model which has got all of the baccarat the Win Pro shoes in it. Well, not all of them, since about 520, I think, so 1,000 or more, and plus another several hundred from the random thing on YouTube, BNB, which is terrific. It's absolutely terrific. You want blackjack shoes to play against. Absolutely marvelous. But of course, I have to recognize most gamblers don't do any of this stuff. They don't care. They're not interested. They want to have a good time and waste a lot of money. And, it's ridiculous because, money needs to be respected, needs to be guarded. It needs to be sort of well treated and above all, made to work for you. And playing the way that Vegas Matt and all those others do, that's not smart. It's even beyond stupid, I think. Unless, of course, you count the fact that they have big checks coming in from Google. And I think basically they're being manipulative. They're exploiting the stupidity of their audience. Because anybody who can sit and watch slot machine play in particular for hours and hours and hours, you can't beat those things. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot beat them. It's that simple. So, anyway, shut up me. Later. Yeah, well, I guess it's fair to say that any session that ends with a profit is fun. And basically that means every session is fun. But like the animals in Orwell's book, all sessions are not created equal, and not every session is as much fun as some others. Whatever. Anyway, sorry, Mr. Orwell, I don't mean to insult your brilliant literary work. Yes, so we ended up with a player edge of 4.9%. So this is another one of those where I always say, like a blind chimpanzee on speed would be able to win because it'd be pretty hard not to. But that's not actually true, because quite often I watch people on YouTube, these exemplary role model professional losers who are all over the place these days. I watch them somehow managing to totally screw up a session in which they were either even against the house or had a slight player edge. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. They're entitled to do whatever they want. Their money, their choice. And if people are happy to sit there and watch them in their millions, then that's something over which I have no control. I'm just a bit surprised. But anyway, what do we do here? We got Algae managed 8,313, which is not bad, in about, certainly less than 30 minutes. Maybe it was a bit more than 30 minutes. I'm not sure. I kind of lose track of these things after a while, but it certainly wasn't much more than half an hour, and probably less. Um, so the final result for the online play was a fraction over what I estimated. I'd estimated a plus of 9690, and this has come out at about 90 bucks more than that. So what can I tell you? Um, Real play made had total action of 50,500 and made 19.4%. Algae, the algorithm, had 53,000 and a bit and made 15.6%. Both of them were not much exposed as these things go. So, it was good. It was good. I mean, no complaints from me. What I didn't do was enough of this whole thing about, having talked about it at some length, backing off, scribbling something down in a notebook, and then going back. Excuse me. Oh, it's like, what is it? Coming up to 9 o'clock at night. That's sold out time for me. But because I'm 8 hours ahead of the US of A, I try to get stuff up if I can, so that while I'm sleeping, there's people having a look at the latest amongst my offerings. So there you have it. Can't really say much more than what I just said. Both of the strategies, the algorithm and real play in real time, about the same. I think this was just another one of those sessions that just proves the strategy. I mean, if you bet randomly or flat, you're dead meat over time. There's just absolutely, there's no question about it. There's no point in any kind of argument about it. It's just how it is. That's just it. But if you use progressive betting and you use it wisely, and you step back when the pressure's really high, and you make hay while the sun shines, which is a good old-fashioned expression, but it works for me. What have we got over here? We've got the worst skirmish, which was -6 to +2.5. Should have lost, according to the house edge, of 41 point. Is that really right? Seems to be 41.2 a lot of the time. I'm kind of concerned about that. That's a bit odd. But anyway, should have lost about 1,400 and instead won 150. Big whoop. So that's it for now. Bye-bye.